Can't believe it, sir. Extraterritoriality? Extraterritoriality? Yes. And there is nothing we can really do about that. In the end, we didn't have enough authority to bring him to justice. I can't believe that even though we know he's the boss, we can't lay a finger on him. I know. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Sorry to skip out on you, but I've got some business to take care of. Well, he went to Babal's side. Why is he going over to Babal? If we can't even give an evil guy like him a slap on the wrist, what the heck are laws created for? What good are they? Laws can't help us. So go with as you get the guards to take care of this myself. Don't you dare. Mr. Hedgeworth? Sorry, that was a bit too harsh. I know how you feel, sir. We're trying to take on an ambassador after all. And he did tell us earlier to get out of his theater. It's kind of their country, I guess. I feel like I've been slapped across the face for just doing my job. What am I going to do? Should we retreat for now and formulate a better plan of attack? Come on, everyone. We can't give up yet. Okay. I want you to think about something for a second. We never let up for even a second. As long as we don't stop investigating, we might find the rotten treasure hidden here. She's right. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. You're right, Kay. Let us reopen the investigation and see what we find. Come on, Kay. Right behind you. Okay, then I'll check out Babal a bit more, sir. And I'll have something that I need to investigate further in Alabast. Now then, before I gather any more information, I should do a bit of housekeeping. Professor Alba seemed agitated over something. I wonder why. There are two special circumstances that surround the ambassador. First, the embassy itself has extraterritorial rights. Something happens on Alabastian soil. We are unable to legally prosecute him. Cool. It sounds like embassies are the perfect place to steal whatever you want. And Murder to Master Second. Run a smuggling operation and make counterfeit bills, apparently. I saw all the counterfeiting was done by Mr. Cochin and Babal. Yes, he apparently used the embassy's coupon printing press to do it. But it's the same story over there, anyway. Babal also has extraterritorial rights. Which brings me to my next point. The ambassador's extraterritorial rights. Those rights are effective even in our own country. Really? No matter what happens, he can't ever be tried in our courts. He retains some special rights indeed. Basically, no matter what wrongs he may commit, we cannot bring him to trial. So I guess we really don't stand a chance, do we? We might stand a chance if we can somehow nullify either one of his special rights. When did this get here? It's not a guitar pick. That's what it is. That's it. That's it right there. It's part of that pendant. Or whatever that flower piece is. This was taken before the two ambassadors gave their bouquets to the skilled samurai. Wait, is it just my imagination? Or is there something in this picture that I've seen before? It appears to be a bouquet of Persian cyclamens and roses. Wow, you even know the exact species? Never figured out you're an expert on flowers. It's all because of those flowers that the old lady sends me every month. Just look at me. I sound like a sort of botanist. So, what exactly is that yellow flower here? That one. I'm not sure. What? You don't know? As far as I can recall, I've never seen a flower like this before. But it feels as though I've seen the shape somewhere before. So that is where this comes into play. Eureka! This piece of evidence be related to the photo somehow. Huh? Well, what? Was I not in the right spot for it? Did it move me off of it? Like, none of these connect. Well, somehow these two do. Okay, apparently those two do connect somehow. But still, like, why is this hindering me from doing what I want to do? That doesn't make any sense. We know that the counterfeit bills were printed using the embassy's press. But necessary materials such as Balbany's ink and paper must have been hidden in a secure location. What do you think would have happened if the renovations had begun? Probably had a better hiding place or to get rid of it all. Right. So we can assume that the renovation was the cause of the plate and bills disposal. And the reason Mr. Coachman was killed as the ringleader of the smuggling operation. Based on what we know, who do you think was the one with the most to gain? Plano. The answer is nope. I guess so. Would have to be Alba in that case. But like, what did Alba have to gain in them destroying stuff? The person who had been erasing all the evidence of the smuggling operation. From both embassies, the co-conspirator who was mopping up Ambassador Alba. Ambassador Alba had a very strong motive to kill Mandy Cochin. Cause of Ambassador Alba's agitation, the rotten treasure we may find. And the motive for killing Mr. Cochin. Miss Yu said it herself that she didn't kill anyone tonight. If we were to take her word at face value, then the reason for the ambassador's nervousness can only be one thing. He didn't want us to discover the real circumstances under which Mr. Cochin was to kill. You mean Ambassador Alba is the real killer? I thought the two of them were friends. Maybe they were. But what if Mr. Cochin was the one who first betrayed their friendship? Oh, I get it. Wasn't Mr. Cochin pushing really hard for Mr. Poleno to be the ambassador after reunification? Yes, and that was the real reason why he wanted to steal Autobus Primadux statue. So Mr. Cochin hired Damas II to go steal it for him. But when Ambassador Alba found out what he was up to, he killed Mr. Cochin. It is definitely a possibility at this point. Most really were thinking of no one but themselves. But the question is, how did he do it? Ambassador Alba was in Alabast. Mr. Cochin's body was discovered in Babal, right? Right. And that is what we must solve next. Oh, I see it now. It's this tiny little spot on the knife. It's not from the bouquet, it's from this. Come on, game. Really? Eureka! Why is there a piece missing? Was the piece... Yeah, there's not a piece missing on this. So why is there a piece missing on both the knife and that bouquet? That's the knife in the bouquet, isn't it? Is the knife in that bouquet? Well, no, it's not quite the same. Like, come on. The pedal, the guitar picks thing we should have been able to present here. Babal's national symbol is a butterfly, and the alabasters is a flower. It would appear that someone is employing the old hide a tree in a forest trick. What are you mumbling to yourself about? Wait, what? The handle on a knife. Ugh! Yes. The handle is the handle that was supposed to be on the blade that killed Mr. Cochin. The weapon that killed him carried through the Ceratum Nutress. Is in the very bouquet Ambassador Alba was carried. It's not the exact same though. It's a different color. Like, that one's bright gold. Like, they're completely different colors, game. Like, this was like a pale color. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this game. I completely disagree. The flower motif. It looks like one of the flower petals is missing. Take a look at the weapon itself. It's missing the exact same petal. The knife in this foot is most definitely the same. I disagree. This is stupid. They're different colors. You can see that. I believe we now understand why Ambassador Alba was so nervous and agitated. But it's something to do with where Mr. Cochin was killed. A place where Alabaster Ambassador was likely to meet with the Balbanese Mr. Cochin. The place where Ambassador Alba happened to commit the murder is... Take that! The only place that makes sense is here at the Theater Neutralis. What? Here? The Goodwill event was being held here today, correct? The only place that both of them would have been in is here. If that's the case, then everything changes. The theater isn't actually Alabastian land. So that wipes out one of his extraterritorial rights he has. It makes logical sense, in which case, it is the reason for us to investigate further. So what should we check out? Let's see. Maybe we should check out the immigration records for both Alabast and Babal post-haste. Babal records should be easy to obtain, however, the problem will be Alabast. I wonder if they would allow us to see their records, despite their order to evacuate.
Objection!
I'm already one step ahead of you, Miles Edgeworth. Franziska. I have here the security footage from both Alabast and Babal. You would do well to look at its contents. You move fast. Among Karma strives to be perfect in every way. It is not my nature to keep retreating like this. I took the liberty of looking over Babal investigation reports as well. From now on, you will make no excuse to back down or say we can't solve this case. I'm sorry about earlier. We won't be beaten. Because my cute little subordinate is going to try his very best, isn't he? Hasn't she patronized me enough already for a lifetime? This video contains footage from Alabast's immigration screening area. I really hope there's something in here we can use. The body's going to be in the cart, isn't it? The body's in that cart, isn't it? Something about this lump struck you as odd. Huh? Isn't that supposed to be his shape? No, there's clearly something odd about the bulge. If only we had the push card itself, we could compare and confirm my hunch. Next, let us check the footage from the vault security camera. I hope it shows us something good. There wasn't a sign of a suspicious person or anything. That right there is a contradiction. Huh? Did I miss something? You didn't miss anything. Because there was nothing to miss. However, what is missing in the image is Mr. Cochin entering his own country. But wasn't his body found in Babao? It would appear that the true face of our final puzzle has finally revealed itself. Yeah, so he didn't come back. So how did he get back in there? Ambassador Alba. I thought I'd ask for you and your group to vacate the premises, Mr. Edwards. Actually, I thought I should let you know that this theater sits on my country's soil. You've had your fun, and I've enjoyed our little game. I dare say that you've achieved a new high score. However, once you've recorded a score, that the same game can never be replayed. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your game is done, and the game is over. No.
Objection!
Where do you think you're going at this time of night? After admitting to my crime, I'm overcome with regret. So I'm heading to the airport now to return home. I'm afraid I can't let you do that. There are still too many issues we need to discuss with you. You can't stop me, Mr. Edgeworth, and you know it. Please, may I have a little bit of your time, Ambassador? Ambassador Palermo. Even just a teeny tiny bit is fine with me. I've already strained our relationship between our countries. It's a precarious situation, you know. Very well, if you insist. I will play just one more round with them and see what they want. Not that I'll get any further. Ambassador Palermo. Mr. Edwards? All I wish is for you to normalize our relations between the two countries. But there is one person standing in the way of our dream. I believe in you, and you'll do what's right. Thank you for your vote of confidence. Now then, what is it you wanted to ask me about? I do have a flight to catch, so I'm afraid you're going to have to limit you to just one question. That's more than enough, because I only have one question anyway. I want to hear your alibi about how you couldn't have killed Mr. Manicochin. Huh, I see. Seem to have a good hand this time around. This should be fun. This really is the very last chance we have to bring him down. I won't allow even an atom-sized contradiction to slip. Frankly, I don't understand why I'm being placed under suspicion here. Under your hypothetical scenario, Mr. Cochin and I were fellow smugglers. But to get to the point, I was in Alabasta the whole time. So it's simply not possible for me to have killed him at Babal. That's my alibi. So that is your alibi. That is correct. I'm simply not possible for me to have committed a crime in Babal. Not only color data, but appreciate your move out of my way.
Hold it!
Nope. I said hold it. What is it this time? I thought I told you I'd only allow one question. You did. But you still have yet to really answer my one question. What? Until you tell us the truth, I will refuse to budge an inch from where I'm standing. Very well. I'll play with you just a little longer. Miles Edwards, as my subordinate and representative of this country's prosecutors. You are forbidden to lose. Of course, that is something I've understood from the start. The one who's ordered my father killed, isn't he? Yes, I believe so. The goal of the first Yatagarasu was to capture the smuggling ring's leader. My father and Uncle Bad. Their legacy will live on. Through me. So that's why we just got to catch him, okay? We will, I promise. Now, Ambassador Alba, let's have the truce now, shall we? No matter how many times you ask, my answer remains the same. But you weren't, though. You weren't in Alabasta the whole time.
Objection!
Oh, come on, game. He wasn't in Alabasta the whole time.
Hold it!
And exactly what did you do while you were in Alabasta? I had a meeting with the Steel Samurai, and then I arranged a few files. One at a time, let's see if it was sneaking took me by surprise.
Objection!
Are you saying that the Master Second was made first move? Yes, and it was after I was attacked that I hit him on the head with a primitive statue. Unfortunately, he died from the blow, but it was an act of justified self-defense.
Objection!
Clearly, that doesn't cover up what you really did. Cover up? No, my boy. I'm not covering up anything. I'm telling the truth. You weren't planning to admit it, which is why you tried to frame the Steel Samurai. If you weren't an ambassador, I'd be letting my whip fly loose on you right now. I'm terribly sorry that I didn't clean up the body better, but I'm a busy man. I had to speak to Gavin a Rose Garden after that, you know?
Objection!
And yet despite that, you had to kill Mr. Cochin, didn't you?
Objection!
Oh, he gets an objection. Objection! Man is evil, and I'm sure you are familiar with the facts, but Mr. Cochin was killed in Babal while I was all the way in Alabasta.
Hold it!
You insist that it's not possible for you to have killed Mr. Cochin in Babal. And you are correct. Oh, I thought you would put up more of a fight. But if you must concede to me. The only thing I am conceding is that it's not possible for you to have killed him at Babal. I am not conceding that your alibi is the truth. Oh, I see. Oh, but no matter how you try, you know you can't crush my alibi. You would be wise not to underestimate the prosecutor of this country. We'll see about that. So Mr. Cochin was a friend of Ambassador Alba. That's true, then why didn't Ambassador kill him? Let's go to salvage. It's not a hypothesis. Earlier we proved it to be what happened.
Well, let's leave that to one side for now. But it doesn't change the fact that I have no motive.
Oh, so you really had no reason to kill Mr. Cochin?
Or I suppose I had one, then why not? I'll indulge you. After all, this is nothing more than a silly game to me.
Even if that's how you see things, I'd appreciate it if you were to take me seriously.
I am sorry. I suppose you are happy to pickle. Very well. Game is no fun if the field isn't played. Therefore, I formally claimed I had no motive to kill. Notice you disprove it.
How can he stand there looking proud when he knows he killed another human being? I'm not going to stand by and watch him get away with his crime. Probably these. Probably something decent.
Objection! Hold it!
Are you serious that just because you were partners that you had no motive to kill?
Modify your hypothetical scenario to its logical conclusion.
Looks like he's not going to admit it himself that he was in league with Mr. Cochin. I suppose not. But I do know his relation to the smuggling ring and Mr. Cochin. I mean, he's the ringleader and that Mr. Cochin was his subordinate, right? Correct. But I know more than just that. Miss Von Karma, I'm sure you remember the safe in Mr. Cochin's office, correct? Yes. The safe had two compartments in it to it, didn't it? I said, why do you think those stolen goods were being stored in Mr. Cochin's office? Could it be because he was trying to cheat Ambassador Alba behind his back? So Mr. Cochin didn't turn the goods over, but decided instead to keep them for himself. I suppose that's possible. Seems to me that both men were only concerned with their own wealth and well-being. So that means maybe they didn't have a trusting relationship after all. What Ambassador Alba had to gain? I believe that's his motive for killing Mr. Cochin. What did Alba have to gain? Trying to steal the alabaster statue.
Objection!
If you want to know, I believe you did have a motive to kill. It was because Mr. Cochin had betrayed you. But you had your own reason too. Namely, you wanted to pin the smuggling all on him. Evil begets evil, and because we were trying to test each other, it turned into this mess.
Objection!
I don't believe this. You have a bad pretense for telling tales, Mr. Prosecutor. And if you're not, then I suppose you have some proof to support your argument.
I never use guesswork in my cases forward. It has all been proven by this note that was written by Mr. Cochin's hand. Shall we take a look at it? The contents of the note is a request calling for the theft of Alabaster Primitive statue. By killing him and pushing all this guilt and smuggling onto him, you walk away spotless. I believe you understand what I'm driving at. You had more than a few reasons to kill him.
Objection!
Are you finished with your hypothesizing?
Excuse me.
Let's suppose I did have a motive. Even so, a motive or thought A thought alone can't kill. Isn't that right?
Didn't expect him to resort to playing semantics game with me. It appears that this is where the real battle will begin.
Now then, if you will excuse me.
Wait, what?
I told you at the very beginning, didn't I? Only get one question.
Ambassador Alba, could you please give us a bit more of your time? Doesn't matter what kind of man Manny was. He was my subordinate. Which is why I would like us to figure out the real cause of his death.
That is something for Babal to figure out, and something of which I have no relation to.
Oh. Now he's even turning down a request from Ambassador Polino. I'm very sorry, but it seems that even my voice falls onto deaf ears. There is no need for you to apologize, Ambassador Polino. I must find a way to stop him from leaving.
Seems there are no further objections. In that case, please allow me to return home.
Hold it right there, Ambassador Alba. Okay. Like I said, Mr. Edgeworth, Yatagara's legacy will live on through me. Yes, but how do you suggest we stop him from leaving? You just leave that to me. Ambassador Alba, do you recognize this?
No, and why should I recognize that old tattered old?
Wait, I've seen that before. That is a clue my father Bern Faraday left for us.
You don't say Bern Faraday.
Mr. Faraday's organizer. Don't tell me this is the one from the second KT8 incident. The one in which he wrote about the Yatagarusu's key. Yes, this organizer belonged to the prosecutor you had Miss Yu kill 7 years ago.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Say that like it's related to me.
Inside his organizer, he wrote up every detail of every evil thing you did.
What an amusing little girl you are.
But that sort of trickery won't work on me. If you won't believe me, then take a look at this.
And what is that toy there? That's...
This sieve reader device was used by the Yatagarasu, or rather, by my father. 7 years ago, he used this when he snuck into the embassy.
What?
These two pieces of evidence that hold information the Yatagarasu dug up on. If you go home now, I won't hesitate to send it all to Alabasta right behind you.
Little girl, get to the point.
I want you to go up against Mr. Edgeworth one more time. If you win, then I'll hand these two pieces of evidence over.
Yatagarasu. Even the sword on my side.
Okay, does that organizer really contain any information on his dirty dealings? It's nothing case-breaking, really. Then it was just a bluff. Even if it was, I still can't let all the info into my father and Uncle Bad go to waste. Plus, just the existence of Little Sue is troublesome enough for him. Those two pieces aren't the keepsakes of your father. It's okay. I believe in Mr. Edgeworth. He'll come out on top in the end. Okay. When the going gets tough, someone's gotta be there to put the wind in your sails. After all this time, you're still quite a feisty one. I applaud your powerful nature. I refuse to lose this too. Ambassador Alba, you won't be returning home until you give us further testimony.
How dare you are, borrowing a person like me.
Ambassador Alba, your testimony if you please.
Alright, but this is the absolute last. Then even if you use all the power of an Ambassador Polino's office, you won't stop me.
I can't let this opportunity Kay has created for me go to waste.
Last time I met Mr. Coaching was here at the Theater Neutralis. After all, I was in Alabas the rest of the time, as I stated earlier. In any case, I'll not see Mr. Coaching again after that. So you see, there is no time zone in which I could have killed him. Wouldn't you agree? Now then, since you people are practically begging, I'll allow you to question me.
Arrogant old man. Yes, no matter. Can't allow this chance to escape us.
I will warn you, though. You've reached the end of my patience. Wasting my time with any insane questions, and you will be punished.
Okay, so we can't press. That's what they're saying. So any needless pressing or presenting will hurt our case. In that case, the only thing you can do is present the correct evidence. Understood? Of course, I don't intend to let him intimidate me. I know Mr. Coaching was killed before he returned to Babal. In which case, there's only one statement to which I need to present the evidence. So we need to present the footage that he never went back to Babal. Could it be this? It's like, this shows he had the knife there at the time.
Objection!
Is I would like you to take a look at this picture.
It's a rather nice picture, isn't it? I was to commemorate the restoration of relations between our nations.
Oh, it's a commemorative, all right. One that captures the proof I need to show you that it was you who committed the murder.
Come again.
This is a knife that killed Mr. Coaching. I see you recognize it as well as you should. For it was you who brought it to this theater. You hid it among the flowers you were to give to the skilled samurai. Meaning that you killed many Coaching here at the theater.
It's time for me to catch my flight.
Objection!
We're not stupid.
Objection!
It's game over for you, Mr. Edwards. But I thank you for the entertainment. No matter how passionately you orate, the end result will still be the same. I won't be returning to this country ever again.
That's right. This man is an ambassador. He has extraterritorial rights. No matter how hard we chase after him, we will have him in court. Didn't we discuss not long ago that we are not on Alabasta soil? Like,
yes, that's exactly the face you should be making. The face of a worthless cur. No. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, I must bid you a farewell.
Corpse. Or is there no one who can lay a finger on this man? Is this really the end?
Not so fast!
Oh, don't tell me Lang figured away. Agent Lang.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Prosecutor.
Get out of my way. My plane is scheduled to take off soon.
Sorry, but you're not going anywhere, Mr. Alba.
I'm through playing games with you people.
You can't touch me. If you do, it would spark an international incident, Agent Lang. Sorry, but no, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't, man.
What?
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Good job holding the fort down here until I got back. So, Mr. Alba, your diplomatic immunity has just been revoked. What do you mean, revoked? Spare me this nonsense and let me through.
Not so fast!
Langsley says before aiming for the throat, choose the neck shield off first. Interpol headquarters in the Imperial household of the Kingdom of Alabas. Took a while to get things rolling, but they finally moved on it.
The Imperial household? What have you done?
You have been relieved of your duties as ambassador, Mr. Alba.
What?
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 Effective today. Effective right now. And here's Mr. Prosecutor's videotape to thank for this.
It's videotape to get to Garrison protected?
You can't be arrested simply because you're an ambassador. In that case, I thought I'd strip you of that title.
Yeah, that's how it works. Take the title away. Hashtag greatest attorney.
You underestimate me. A descendant of the founder of determinate philosophy, Langxi. 4,000 years of deeply entrenched connections and networks around the world have really paid off.
I don't believe this.
My ambassadorship has been revoked. Looks like you're finally coming to grips with your new standing. Woohoo! Looks like we turned him docile again.
He's probably in shock from the loss of his shield.
What a shame. I had wanted to use my whip on him.
Why is this happening to me? I'm just a hard-working, honest ambassador.
Not so fast!
You really think you can stop posing on us now? We've already ripped away the mask and seen you for who you really are, Mr. Alba.
Objection!
No, I won't be stopped now.
He still intends to fight us.
So what if I'm no longer an ambassador? You still don't have any evidence on me. The fact remains that you cannot arrest me. Heh, I expect no less from you, the boss of the smuggling ring. Well, the rest is up to you, Mr. Prosecutor.
Understood.
You say that I killed Mr. Cochin in the theater. But even if that's true, there was a knife in my bouquet. I left the bouquet in the theater, so anyone could have taken it out of there and used it, right? Besides, the claims that he was killed here itself is odd. After all, wasn't his body discovered in Babal? Are you claiming that I carried the body all the way over there? Preposterous.
Objection!
I'll be the one to prove whether it's preposterous or not. Ex-Ambassador Alba, are you ready? Because this is no game. This is war.
I killed Mr. Cochin in the theater using that knife that was stuck in my bouquet. I left the bouquet in the theater. Anyone could have taken a knife from there. Besides, Mr. Cochin's body was discovered in Babal, right? There's no way for me to have transported his body from the theater to Babal. Look, don't you think you've had enough fun with me? You've already stolen my ambassadorship from me. Why you have me surrender to you?
Not so fast!
You have no plans to ever return to this country, isn't that right? Do you know that a bunch of your subordinates are seeking asylum because of you? As if I care. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, put this guy out of the embassy and we can finally end everything.
I know, and I will give it my all to see that he leaves in handcuffs. Without the title of ambassador, he's just another witness.
Yes, just another witness. All right, what are we waiting for? Let's get this guy. And get him good.
Wonder if they understand that all I can do is present evidence to his testimony.